When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I was living in Ohio, and on a late, cold fall night, a few friends and I decided to go on a cow tip. It was my first one, and these guys were all a little bit older, so they've done this before, but they decided to drag me along this time. I was kind of nervous because we were out, sneaking around in this farmer's property, and as we got close to the cow, the nerves were building up, and I was so excited, and all of a sudden, they put their hands on the cow with a mighty force. They pushed the cow over, and it made the most funny moo you would ever hear in your entire life. And so we're all laughing, right? But all of a sudden, we heard a door open, and about 150 yards away is where the farmer's house was. And so we decided to we freaked out. And so we started running towards the car, and being so nervous, I actually tripped over my own foot, and I fell into a cow pie. All this to say, there are many steps one needs to take in order to properly tip a cow. In order to understand how to demonstrate how to properly tip a cow, we must look at the preparation and the tip. The first thing we'll need to look at for the proper way to tip a cow is the preparation. A couple things need to happen in order to do a proper cow tip, and one thing is it needs to be dark for two reasons. One, you blend in better at night, and two, cows are more likely to be asleep at night. Also, you'll need to wear dark clothing to blend in with the night. You're also probably going to need about 2 people at least. According to the American Marketing Service of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, they said that in March of 2010, the average slaughtered cow weighed about 1,282 pounds. And according to the educational website InWeb, it takes about 600 pounds of force to tip a 1,400-pound cow. I did my research, and according to NASA, who did some strength testing, the average male pushes around 441 pounds of force. So to be safe, you'll need 2 people to properly tip the cow. If you're a girl, it's a little bit less, so you might need to take 3 just to be safe. Now that we've looked at the preparation, let's look at the tip. First thing is you need to be really quiet. You don't want to start making a lot of noise as you're walking out to your cow, because according to veganpeace.com, cattle can actually perceive higher and fainter sounds than humans can. So just be cautious when you're approaching your sleeping cow. Also, you'll need to smell natural. Don't be wearing any pungent perfumes or pungent colognes, because it says that on veganpeace.com that cows can smell scents as far as 6 miles away. So you want to do your best to smell natural. If you mowed the yard that day, perfect. If you've been playing around or working hard, it'd be good to do your best to smell natural. Now, one of the main things you need to know to properly tip a cow is hand placement. You don't want to be too far in one direction or too far in the other. Proper placement would be, according to the model, about a foot and a half from the rear end of the cow or around the leg, so right around in this area. Of course, would be this way. And then on the other side, you want it about a foot and a half back from the neck, which would probably be around this area. The legs aren't lined up properly, but if they were, you probably want to line up right around the leg. Okay? Now that you have successfully tipped your cow, there are a few things you need to do. One, you need to laugh, because it's just funny, because the moo that it makes is hilarious. You also need to take a picture, because no 2 cow tips are ever the same. And especially if it's your first cow tip, you want to take pictures. And I didn't, and I've regretted that day ever since. And then you'll need to run, because there may be a farmer that may not be as pleased as you guys are. Now that we've looked at the preparation and the tip of your cow, you see the steps that it takes to properly tip the cow. Now that you know, go grab your friends and start practicing making ground beef.